The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store. Brands you love, quality and value you deserve. Buy, pick, and save. New every day. Buy Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. With 3 hospitals, over 25 locations, and more than 2,000 doctors. Find one close to you. Buy Robert Hack Diamonds. Paying cash for gold, silver, and diamonds at Robert Hack Diamonds. Buy Bryant and Stratton College. Attention high school seniors. Visit the Preps Plus website to learn more about the $20,000 Academics Plus Scholarship. And buy Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs.
We're at Brown Deer High School, home of the WIAA State Division III Boys Basketball Champions. Hi, I'm Lance Allen from today's TMJ4.
And I'm Mark Stewart, prep editor of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Tonight we've got our final salute of our local boys state basketball champions, plus highlights of the girls state tournament. We'll start tonight's show with a young lady who made her second trip to state while playing her final season for her dad.
Brad Preeter has that story as we meet our Boston Store featured student athlete.
Ramiyah Bennett has had plenty of success playing basketball at Heritage Christian. The state's 5th leading scorer this season, Bennett has enjoyed conference titles and started on the school's Division V state championship team 2 years ago. This past week, Ramiyah and a very young Patriots squad prepared for another trip to state. Ramiyah was extremely grateful for the chance to compete for another state championship this season, but she says one thing she learned this year is to live in the moment, to enjoy every game, and not to worry so much about how things would end up.
Well, basically I've learned to take things in the moment instead of in the future. You know, sometimes we get caught up in the future and we don't actually have fun in the moment. So with school and college, you know, I'm just learning to have fun in the moment and play games by game, because you never know when it could be your last game.
I was just enjoying her last year, you know, of high school basketball, and just being a student athlete, just enjoy that.
Heritage Christian's head coach, Terry Bennett, is Ramiyah's father. Dad and daughter both say their on-court relationship has been positive.
It's been amazing, to play for somebody that understands you and somebody you can just talk to about anything off the court besides just basketball in life. And with him being close, I can come to him for anything, basically.
Mariana Bautista is another standout player who helped the Patriots take a 20-4 record to the state tourney. Bautista says Terry and Ramiyah never argue at practice and that the coach doesn't show his daughter any favoritism.
Sometimes I forget that they're father and daughter, you know? I forget that because it's so much about basketball, and it's so much how he looks all of us in the eye, including her, the same way.
Bautista also says Ramiyah has been able to help her dad by being like a coach on the court.
I look at her assistant coach-wise, because some things the coach misses, she'll be on point and just there quick to tell him what he needs to fix out there.
With a limited number of players, Heritage wanted to stay healthy this year, but the injury bug bit several girls, including Ramiyah, who was in street clothes for 4 games late in the season.
I hurt my thumb and I partially tore a ligament, and I was out for 2 weeks, and it just was hard on the bench watching my team. You know, we lost some games I knew we should have won, so it's hard. Just happy to be back.
No doubt the team was glad to have her back as well. Ramiyah has made it a point to represent her school well, both on the court and in the classroom, where she carries a very high GPA.
Basketball can be distracting, and even though with the distractions I'm able to stick to my studies, because that's a main part of my life as well.
She's done a tremendous job for us on the floor and in the classroom, and so I'm very proud of Ramiyah.
After graduation, Ramiyah plans to head south, something we've all wanted to do lately, to study nursing.
Now here's Heritage Christian's Coach Kiki presenting Ramiyah with her featured student athlete plaque, courtesy of Boston Store.
Hi, I'm Nick Van Exel of the Milwaukee Bucks, and you're watching Preps Plus on TMJ4.
Now's the perfect time to finish your big projects with the Menards 11% sale. There's never been a better time to save on everything you need. Get an 11% rebate on hardwood flooring and tile, kitchen and bath, landscape block and ultra deck. Plus, don't forget paint, power tools, doors, and lighting. Menards has everything you need to create the home of your dreams. Hurry in. Sale ends March 29th.
Save big money at Menards. Nurses make a real difference in people's lives. Let Bryant and Stratton College make one in your life. Receive the personal, career-focused education you need to earn your nursing degree in 2 years or less. Learn in industry-current medical labs and get practical experience in an internship. Over 88% of our nursing students pass the NCLEX RN exam. Plus, you can start your nursing education as soon as next semester. So join the many Bryant and Stratton College nursing graduates working throughout Milwaukee. To get started, call or click today.
Welcome back to Brown Deer High School on the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus. It's time to head to Titletown. The Rest Center in Green Bay is home to the state girls basketball tournament.
And Mark, we'll see some local teams in action in the Bryant and Stratton College Preps Plus highlights.
The Kettle Moraine Lutheran girls basketball team has battled it out all season for their chance to get to Green Bay and bring home the gold ball. The 26-1 Chargers face the Neillsville Warriors in the Division III WIAA Girls State Championship game. This was Kettle Moraine Lutheran's first appearance to the WIAA state tournament, but it was apparent that both teams were anxious. Most of the first period went scoreless as each held a tough defense. Their pressure didn't allow for many attempts, and the shots that did get off didn't sink. The first points of the game finally came with 2:47 left in the first period as Andrea Meinert hit her free throws from a Neillsville foul. The first wrapped up with Caitlin Crothers tossing it up just before the buzzer, tying the game at 3 apiece. Not much in terms of buckets through the second period, but the tough defensive battle continued with turnovers by both sides. 2 Neillsville steals leading to points by Taylor Gleisner and Jenny Lindner boosted the Warriors to an 11-3 lead. The Chargers answered by drawing fouls as Lindsay Soderbeck and Carrie Schneiss closed the gap to 9-11, concluding the first half. Kettle Moraine Lutheran came out of the locker room with a vengeance in the second half. Michaela Voigt sank a 3 and Meinert quickly followed that with a layup. KML up 14-11. But the Warriors weren't going to let up either. UW Milwaukee-bound Lindner hit her jumper. Lindner would follow with 2 free throws, putting it into a 1-point game, 22-21 with 48 seconds remaining. As the defensive push continued, KML drew foul after foul, hitting 6 of their 8 free throws. Charlotte Bolke sinks the last bucket, and Kettle Moraine Lutheran is your D3 champion.
It was a defensive battle, which is pretty obvious. The pace was slow, and there were few possessions, and that made every possession valuable. There's part of this that's fitting for a championship game. It should be a struggle, and so that was fitting. It was not a thing of beauty, but coming out on top, we're as happy as could be.
Now on to the Division II semifinals, where Pius was looking to advance to the championship game. We picked this one up in the second half, where Notre Dame extends their lead by 10 with this 3 by Allison Clare. But Pius wouldn't let Notre Dame run away with it, answering with a 3 of their own by Ashley Pitroff. Pius's Gabby Green then drives with total control to the basket, but dishes it to Becky Blondo for an easy 2. But the night would belong to the ever-tough Tritons. Leading game scorer Olivia Campbell seals their destiny with this scoop under the basket.
The last couple of years we've taken a step. We lost in the sectional semifinals. Last year we lost in the finals. This year we got to state. So as Gabby said, we hopefully can take it another step next year. But my message to them when I get back in there is I'm very proud of them.
Like last year, the girls finished their season a week after the boys got done.
Now let's head back to the Rest Center for the final event of the winter sports season. It's time for the Menards Game of the Week.
The schools may be about 400 miles apart, but the teams have been very close in the state rankings all year. And tonight they play for a state championship. It's Superior and Oak Creek battling for the girls' D1 state title. Oak Creek brought their title-hungry fans, and the players did not disappoint. The Knights came out on fire and stayed that way the entire game. Tamia Sims follows up this rare miss with the deuce, and OC is off and running up 11-2. Later, it's Stephanie Kostowitz with the drive as the first quarter ends. The Knights up 18-14, but the Spartans hang tough. Mackenzie Misek drills this three-pointer, and Superior actually grabs a 1-point lead. But that would be their final advantage of the night, as Kostowitz simply took over. Here's a nice spin move for the bucket as the Knights regain the lead. Then it's Nikki Wadensky with this pretty lob to Kostowitz for 2 more as the lead grows to 5. Finally, it's Stephanie closing the half in style with this lay-in at the horn. Kostowitz was a perfect 7 for 7 in the half as Oak Creek led 36-27 at the break. In the third, things get even better for the Knights. Katie Settingsgard with this 3 from downtown as the lead swells to 14. Then it's Jenna Santee getting in the act as she buries this pull-up jumper. Finally, it's Katie Finn joining the party with this 3-ball as the OC advantage hits 20. The Knights shoot a state final all-division record 67% as they dominate the Spartans 73-52. Their fans have good reason to jump around as the first gold ball is on its way to Oak Creek.
We said at the beginning of the year that this was one of our goals, to make it to state and win state, and we did it, so I can't be any happier with the results.
It's just unbelievable. We have a great group of girls, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way to end our season with the gold ball.
We just have some great teammates that understand roles and accept their roles on the team. And they pull for one another, and I think that's what carried us through here in this tough sectional and regional and state tournament. Just the way the kids play together.
Congratulations to all the local girls basketball teams that made it to the state tournament.
For game recaps, plus all state teams and so much more, just go to the Preps Plus website at jsonline.com. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Good timing is a tricky business. A bell doesn't ring when the fruit is ripe. At Pick and Save, time equals freshness. You can taste it in the produce we source, the beef we grind fresh in our stores, and in the products we bake daily. Getting the timing right. Every minute, every hour, every meal. Pick and Save. New every day.
Who do you trust when selling your gold, silver, and diamonds? Robert Hack Diamonds was secret shopped by the media, and they found out that Robert Hack Diamonds offer the most for their jewelry. At Robert Hack Diamonds, we'll treat you like family. Shop around before you sell. If we can't beat a competitor's offer on your scrap gold, we'll give you $20 just for trying.
Bring your gold, I will get you some money.
Robert Hack Diamonds is located at 76 in Layton and Greenfield, and our newest location on the corner of Green Tree and Port Washington Road in Glendale.
What would make your doctor, your everyday doctor, an extraordinary everyday doctor? Well, if they're part of Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin's Health Network, that's exactly what they'd be. Why? Because your doctor would be connected to the region's only academic medical center, and so would you. Renowned specialists, more treatment options only academic medicine can offer. We have over 200 primary care doctors in more than 20 locations, so there's bound to be one close. Call to find the right doctor for you.
Save $1,000 on your college tuition. Menards will award 2 $1,000 Preps Plus college scholarships to high school seniors from the 2014 graduating class. To fill out your Preps Plus scholarship application form, please visit jsonline.com/scholarship. Hurry! Completed applications must be received by Saturday, April 19th.
As a high school player in Wisconsin, Nick Van Exel played in a couple of state championship games in the old WIAA days when the private and public schools played in separate tournaments.
Now he's back in Wisconsin as an assistant with the Milwaukee Bucks. Van Exel joins us as Pick and Save presents From Preps to Pros.
As a player, I was two different people, on the court. I was more just emotions on my sleeve, and as soon as I stepped away from the court, I was just so laid back, and people didn't understand that. They thought that I would be emotional, high-strung off the court.
Nick Van Exel has had quite a journey, from his days growing up in Kenosha, through college, and a long playing career in the NBA. As a pro, Van Exel's emotions sometimes got him into trouble, including a 7-game suspension for shoving an official. Van Exel says that fiery competitiveness doesn't carry over off the court.
When people see me around who never really knew me or got to know me, they just saw me as a basketball player. I'm mellow, I'm laid back, and people don't understand that about me.
Van Exel, who starred at St. Joseph High School, remembers playing summer league ball in Kenosha and always wanting to win.
I can always remember you want to get to Carthage College, which was the big tournament, and you wanted to win that. And, you know, so those were some accomplishments for me that I just, Friday night, I couldn't sleep because I was so anxious to play that Saturday morning.
These days, Nick Van Exel has a different type of love for basketball than he did during his playing days.
The love now that I have is, you know, trying to instill some good qualities and values in some of these players, and then watch them go out there and do those same things on the court. You know, that gives me joy.
Because Nick is a local guy, he remembers the teams and the players that helped hang championship banners like those here in Milwaukee, and he wants to help the franchise get back to that level.
To come back here and to be able to coach and try to help this franchise get back to where it once was, like in the 80s or, you know, the early 2000 era, which is pretty good basketball. That's what you want to do. Now those are new goals that we have as coaches, and me personally, because it's more personal for me.
Van Exel says being a professional requires being on time and always showing respect for authority, for teammates, and for everyone who watches you play.
Coming to compete every single night at 110%, because, you know, fans are blessing us with everything that we have today, and, you know, it's for the fans, so you got to come out and put on the show, you know, and you got to be respectful.
Mark, of course, Brown Deer High School, the former home of NBA player and former Marquette star Steve Novak. This season, the Falcons proved it doesn't matter where or even if your team is ranked.
What matters is how you finish, and no team finished stronger than the Falcons. Here's April Boblin with our Robert Hack Diamonds Team of the Week.
A state championship is a dream that few ever get to see come true. The Brown Deer boys basketball team was one of those dreamers until this year, winning the WIAA Division III boys basketball state title.
We felt like we had a nice team, and we could certainly make a run. Obviously, we played well down the stretch, got lucky here and there, just like anybody else would have to be. But yeah, you know, never really thought that it might have happened, but certainly dreamed of it.
I'm just being very excited lately. You know, just thinking about it. Every time I wake up in the morning, I'm just thinking about we're state champs, and I'm just very excited for the team, and I'm excited that we actually accomplished what our goal was.
To get to the championship game, unranked Brown Deer had to knock off the #1 ranked D3 school, Manitowoc-Roncalli, in the semifinals.
I didn't really know that they were #1 ranked until the press conference. Someone mentioned that, but you know, I've mentioned it many times. I felt like we had one of the better teams in the state here, and so we weren't scared to play anybody. We were very confident in any game that we had. So no matter who came across the table or who came across the floor, we were ready for them.
In the championship game, Lodi was unable to answer after the Falcons went on an 18-point run in the second half, sealing their fate.
Once Coach took me out after that 18-0 run, he took a few starters off. I was like, it was just such a relieving feeling knowing that we were just going to win the state title. And we were ahead by so much, it didn't really matter.
Brown Deer has never won a state title in boys basketball, making this championship that much sweeter.
Looking back, our last time we even made it to state, it was Steve Novak, and even he couldn't win a game up there. It was just, we did it. It's just a huge thing for our program, and it means a lot to everyone. It just brings the whole community together.
I was just like, finally we did it. All the hard work in the summer, getting up in the morning, all the film watching, all the practice, it all paid off, and just overjoyed. And as you can see, as our team was so excited, it was just awesome.
Brown Deer Falcons, congratulations on winning the Division III state championship and becoming the Robert Hack Diamonds Team of the Week. Yeah!
Don't go away. We'll close the show with one final tribute to our boys basketball state champs.
That's next on Preps Plus.
I went to a community college for about a year, and it didn't work with my schedule. I couldn't finish the program. I had a few friends that said they loved their job as a paralegal, and at Bryant Stratton College had a wonderful program. It's changed everything. Career services at Bryant Stratton really were invested in me as a person. They made sure that I graduated with a job. Now I have a future financially and personally. I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing.
For every product, there's a window of opportunity. The right time to catch it, cut it, pick it, and bake it. At Pick and Save, that's why we continuously stock and prepare fresh foods in our stores daily, getting the timing right. Every minute, every hour, every meal. Pick and Save, new every day.
Who do you trust when buying your jewelry? Brad Yulberg here, and I can tell you at Robert Hack Diamonds, we will treat you fair and like family. We have thousands of diamonds in stock, thousands of pieces of jewelry, and prices from under $50 to over $50,000. Come to Robert Hack Diamonds for a relaxed and enjoyable jewelry buying experience. Shop around before you buy. Robert Hack Diamonds is located at 76th and Layton and Greenfield, and our new location on the corner of Green Tree and Port Washington Road in Glendale.
Come to Robert Hack Diamonds.
Imagine you're diagnosed with something serious. How far would you go to find the best treatments, the best doctors? 100 miles? 1,000? How about right in your neighborhood? With Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin's Health Network, renowned physicians and breakthrough treatments are practically outside your door. 3 hospitals, over 25 locations, and more than 2,000 doctors, all connected to the region's only academic medical center. Now what is possible is closer than ever. Call to find the right doctor for you.
Now's the perfect time to finish your big projects with the Menards 11% sale. There's never been a better time to save on everything you need. Get an 11% rebate on hardwood flooring and tile, kitchen and bath, landscape block and ultradeck. Plus, don't forget paint, power tools, doors, and lighting. Menards has everything you need to create the home of your dreams. Hurry in. Sale ends March 29th.
Save big money at Menards.
Low-impact training helps minimize the possibility of injury and pain during exercise by reducing stress on the joints. Here to talk about the importance and the benefits of low-impact training is Griffin Ewald. Griffin is a physical therapist with the Freighter and Medical College of Wisconsin Sports Medicine Center. Griffin, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks.
First, let's start by talking about what low-impact training is.
Basically, it's a form of training that focuses on exercises that are meant more for reducing the impact on the joints and therefore is more gentle on the body.
And what kinds of techniques do you use?
Here we have the Ultra G treadmill, which is an anti-gravity treadmill. It uses air to kind of help reduce the stress to the joints and reduce your body weight as you're running. There's also ellipticals or stationary bikes, those type of things.
Are there any particular people who would benefit most from low-impact training?
Really anyone. Someone who does a lot of training on long-distance runners, endurance athletes to reduce the stress to the joints, as well as someone who may be overweight or irregular exercises to slowly build up to get ready to do more exercise, or someone rehabbing an injury.
Okay, Griffin, thank you so much.
Yeah.
To learn more about the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin's Sports Medicine Center, visit freighter.com/sports.
Milwaukee area teams claimed the gold ball in 4 of the 5 divisions at the WIAA Boys State Tournament.
Here's Scott Babler with a musical tribute to the champions in the Preps Plus Spotlight. Once again, congratulations to the Brown Deer boys basketball team, Division III state champs.
It's certainly been a fun hoop season, but now we are ready to spring into spring sports. I'm Lance Allen.
And I'm Mark Stewart. See you next week on Preps Plus.
Family on three. 1, 2, 3, family.
The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store. Brands you love, quality and value you deserve. Buy, pick, and save. New every day. By Frederick Medical College of Wisconsin. With 3 hospitals, over 25 locations, and more than 2,000 doctors. Find one close to you. By Robert Hack Diamonds. Paying cash for gold, silver, and diamonds at Robert Hack Diamonds. By Bryant and Stratton College. Attention high school seniors. Visit the Preps Plus website to learn more about the $20,000 Academics Plus Scholarship. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs.